Hi guys, I'm Sean, this is Holly, and this is Travel Troubles. I'm not going to let you speak today, so I'm going to carry on. Normally it's me and Holly talking, but I'm just going to talk through everything and just leave Holly asleep because she is super tired today. She is here. If you are...
Sean made me exercise today.
Yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, then she is here, but she's not, like, awake. So, if you're new to the podcast, this is what the podcast is. It's me and Holly. We talk about our travel troubles with each other.
And we try and talk about the troubles that other people have whilst travelling, but no one tells us.
And then we give you a bit of information about an area that we went to this week and...
where we live and how vague? Vague's not the word. How menial our week's been.
Yeah, well, the problem with this travel podcast is we decided to make this travel podcast when
we're saving to travel. Yeah,
and it sounds really like, oh, we're not doing anything, but we do have some interesting stories each week to tell you. And this week, what have we done this week? What did we? It was yesterday, because
yesterday we done the boring stuff that we always have to do. We went to a different town outside of the Lake District to go food shopping.
Went down to Workington this week.
Yep, Working, as they say it, because they don't enunciate here. They just kind of let it fall out their mouths.
And if you want to describe the town, it's
wow.
It's just like it's a town. It's like no offense if you're from
It's
Workington.
any commuter town outside of any, like it just is.
I think people from Workington would.
It's very similar to my hometown.
Yeah, it's a small little town. It was not much there.
Built for people. Is it fishermen? Maybe.
I think it was mining.
Yeah.
I think it was a mining town at one point. But yeah, you could tell that it used to be a big town. They're putting money back into it.
Yeah, they've got TK Maxx now.
They've got TK Maxx now. It's a big thing for people in Workington.
It's probably one of the high streets I've actually seen them always working on, though.
Yeah, to be fair, like you go to it's a really weird design for the high street because it's not a road as such. Normally, it's built down a road.
They've got like the old high street, and then they've got like a kind of court of
and you get down
shops, new shops.
You get down to the middle of the court or the quad or whatever you want to call it. It's got like cafes all around it. So we went around and had a look at all the cafes yesterday and was like, Costa, we're not a massive fan of Costa. We're a Starbucks over Costa any day.
Yeah.
People. So
Coffee's
Costa was
too
Costa. Then there was
a local one, but it was empty and the
massive
food selection was strange.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, I don't want to go there. And then we went over to Muffin Break.
And it was chock-a-block.
Then we decided to go to Wetherspoons for breakfast.
Because that's where you
walk away.
You see the complete height of classiness. If you ever want to know how high the rate of alcoholism in a town, just go to Wetherspoons at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Monday and you'll find out.
So we was in Wetherspoons and we were talking, the Wetherspoons laid out as a bar.
It's an old cinema, wasn't it?
Yeah, old cinema, but there's the bar and there's loads of and then there's like a
high tables beside the bar.
High tables by the side of the bar, and then there's tables near the window and there's loads of tables in it. It's like loads of tables.
Yeah, as a Spoons always does.
But the ones near the bar, every single table lined up to the bar, about 5 of them had people drinking on it.
It's all the local Jakeys, yeah.
Jakeys.
Jakeys are alcoholics, junkies are drug users, for those who don't speak Glaswegian.
Jakeys and junkies, right, there you go. But yeah, it was full all up to the bar, people were just drinking it. It's like, well, I think it was a Monday morning, wasn't it? So it was.
Yeah, it was bad. It's the only Wetherspoons I've ever been in, though. Only Wetherspoons I've ever been in where you don't have to go up a single step to get to the toilets.
Yes,
they're on the same floor. Could be because the rate of alcoholism is so high in the town that they just went. Maybe we'll just make it easy for them. And just
it was actually the easiest toilets to find. I could see them when you see them, which is great.
Yeah. Normally, you got to walk like 500 metres up or down to get to the bathrooms and Spoons.
Yeah. Other than that, this week.
That's what we done. We went
to Workington.
And then we walked 500 metres-ish up today.
Oh yes, we walked 500 metres today.
Yeah.
So today we said, we don't really want to do much today.
It sounds like we've not walked that far though. Yeah, we just walked 500 metres.
We don't want to go much today. We'll go for a walk. So we climbed up like 80% up Glaramara.
Well, no, in standard, Sean, actually no, if I go into this, I'm going to go into my negative.
All right, okay. But well, why don't you kind of move give a description, then move on to your negative, so you can.
In standard Sean form, as I've mentioned before, he can't read a map to save himself.
Right. So is this your negative then?
Yeah, my negative about Sean this week is that walking up 275 metres uphill is the short walk. He's like, oh, we're just going to kind of go round the hill of Glaramara. We're not going to go up it. We just need to go up a little bit, just a little bit, and then we hit this path and it breaks off, and then you can go right and you can continue up the fell, or you go left and it takes you back down to the local farm route that's near us, which we've walked before, which is fine.
So
Did we how the short walk that Sean likes to think that he's taken us on is never a short walk. As if you've ever watched our video of Sofia or Sarandi in Albania. 2 times that Sean made me walk uphill.
Bratislava.
Bratislava?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stairs. No, that was the worst one.
Yeah.
I mean, this walk, I did enjoy this walk, but...
So yeah, this walk we went on. So I decided, we'll go for a short walk. I looked it up in his map, and it was like far up the river. And yes, we did end up about 300 metres up a mountain. But we got to this point where like, do we just carry on walking up? And we were like, might as well. So we carried on walking up, and then it got like 500 up, and we was like, right, it's now pitch black outside, and it's 4 o'clock, and we were like...
Well, it wasn't pitch black.
Well, no, it is now. It's 4 o'clock, it's pitch black.
We were up there and we were starting to lose visibility.
Yeah, and we're like...
Fast.
Well, we've better come down, be safe, we don't have a mountain rescue call out. So we just came down, and it was easy enough. But yeah, we annoyingly, we didn't complete it, and that is a little bit annoying for us.
We also started at 12 o'clock in the day.
Yeah, we didn't plan to do this, so we kind of kept it...
So it was just going to be a short walk.
It was, how long was it?
We were walking for 4 hours in total.
Yeah, a short walk, isn't it?
Short walk off a long pier, go take on.
Well,
long walk off a short pier. Couldn't even get this. Can't even get the phrase correct.
I'm going to move on to my negative about you.
Okay.
So today we were going on this short walk, and we started going uphill. So I thought I'd be nice and find Holly a walking stick. Mm-hmm. And this walking stick, it took me a while to find like a nice size one. This one, it wasn't a very good walking stick. I'll tell you this. It had
some spring in it, yeah.
But it kept Holly focused on the stick, not the fact that we're going up a mountain. So it worked a treat. Apart from when Holly decided, actually, it makes a great weapon, and whipped me on the back of the leg halfway up the mountain. I'm like,
why did I do it though?
I don't know. You just went evil.
Just
lost it and just broke my leg. And I was like,
the stick was like...
It was a proper whip.
Half an inch thick, if that. Quarter of an inch, maybe. And it had a lot of bend in it.
And it made a crack noise when you hit it on the back of the leg with it.
You were being cheeky, I think, and I was like, well, if you don't want to be hit, you shouldn't have given me a whacking stick.
Whacked me with it. And I was like, wow. Strangely, my positive today, which is now kind of like invalid, was the fact that we did this walk and Holly didn't really moan about it like other walks we've done. Like, you didn't really... Like, we got to the point where it was like, oh, should we just call it or go up? And you're like, well, we started doing it, might as well do it. And you didn't moan about it.
Yeah.
So my positive was the fact that until you got to the podcast and you were like, you don't have to... started moaning about it.
Hindsight is 20/20, sunshine.
So, I would take this any day, her moaning about it after we've done it. Not while we're on it. That's... But yeah, that was my positive. So you've actually had a nice one today.
Yeah, my positive for this week about Sean would be that he has learned how to work within my limits. He knows not to push me, but to push me at the same time. So when we were walking up the hill, I was like, well, I've got this far, I'm going to keep going. And instead of Sean being like, no, because you're just going to moan the entire way, the rest of the way up, let's take the low path. He was like, all right.
I did think it.
Yeah.
I did think you was going to moan the whole way up. I thought, oh.
I was annoyed. I got to the point we were 500 metres up. We had another 200-ish to go, 250-ish to go.
As much as
And I was annoyed that we couldn't finish it.
The worst thing about it is we'd already done like the hardest
slog, yeah. We were on like crawling up at one point.
Yeah, and we were like, we got to that point and we're like, right, we've already got to there, so it's literally now. But we looked at the map, we'd technically, as much as we'd done 500 metres up and there's only like another 200 to go, we'd only done
half of the walk.
So you can imagine it's a lot just, if you know anything about walking and...
It evened out quite a lot.
Yeah. So
once we'd got up to where we were.
So we definitely will do this again.
Yeah.
But not this side of the... Christmas.
Not this season. Well, the season ends today.
Oh yeah. So
31st of...
Yeah, so this is end of the season up here.
Yeah.
And
that's it. We've technically completed our season. We only have 6 weeks to go.
6 weeks, yeah, 6 weeks.
Then you'll start getting podcasts where we actually talk about travelling.
Yeah, and those podcasts will be. Can you imagine like?
It's but sunburnt and 40-degree heat.
And the fact that you wouldn't want a podcast film it. We've got to find somewhere to. We also
need to, for the record, let everyone know that Sean was the one that fell on his arse today, not me.
So
twice.
No, one properly. The other one, I kind of just went like.
You slipped on yourself.
Slipped on myself.
And then it was funny because he had poo, sheep poo, all up the back of him and on his trousers. And Sean decided in that moment that he was going to embrace his inner dog and just scrape his arse along the grass to get the stain off. And I was so sad that I never got my phone out quick enough to film it because I was too busy wetting myself laughing.
Yeah. How else do you get it off? It's like a little waddle on the...
Like that dog that's got an itchy bum.
That was exactly what it was. But it worked. I went, is it gone? And you were like, yeah. I was like, no, worked. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
It's like, oh no. I'm already like up this far in the hill, I'm going to have to stick with him. I could do a Janine and push him down, but... I've also
you'd also be jealous because I'd get to the bottom first and you'd be like,
yeah. I've also since came home and Google searched how many hills in the UK are 500 metres or less to know what I've climbed. But we've worked out that there's quite a few actually in the Lake District that we could have fully completed. Yeah. It's annoying that we didn't get to fully complete it today, but I mean, we would have got up there and seen nothing.
Yeah, we got to a point, it's just like
we were in a cloud.
It was a point, but we got some.
We know how the rain works in this valley as well. When it comes in fast, and it is heavy.
Yeah, but it was meant to be a clear day, and to be fair, we had a lucky one, but I don't think we're going to get another one until after. The other thing that you've done this week, while we're onto it, obviously we've worked all this week as well, but you've ordered our last of our clothes for holiday. I say last, there's little bits and pieces.
We're pretty much sorted for travel, yeah.
The amount of stuff we've got is good.
And I've been smart this time, and I've learned from previous travelling. I know that I know that Thailand and Southeast Asia and Australia even is going to be doubly hot, than what it was in Europe. So I've learned from what I wore there, and taken that into consideration when I'm packing this time.
Same with me. I've kind of gone with I'm not needing jumpers, trousers, nothing like not in case. Never. I'm not.
You've got one pair of trousers that you'll take with you.
Yeah, but they're light.
We're also taking them for going into temples. Yeah. Really, because we can buy them out there. But I mean, I'm a woman of a curvy build, and I'm tall.
What do they call it? Like
that's wrong.
Yeah, that's it. They do those. I think you could probably buy one of those out there, and then you've always got it with you.
I just find it easier. Yeah. I mean, I'm nearly 5'11" in height.
You're going to be...
And I'm at like a UK 18.
You're going to be massive out there, like, compared to a lot.
Wow.
No, as in tall.
You hearing this, Dad? Just fat shamed me.
Different fat.
No, I am. So I have to... No, I'm not fat, but I don't have the same build of body as they do out there.
No.
I'm a giant.
Yeah.
So...
Even I'm going to be tall.
Yeah. It's just easier to be prepared and take it with me. But But everything's light. Everything can be worn with each other this time, is what I've actually thought about. Whereas last time I had t-shirts that could only be worn with certain trousers. All my trousers were heavily patterned, which I love them.
Yeah, it's just,
but
I've gone more plain this.
They're not. Yeah, they're not as interchangeable.
We'll take a couple of my vibrant shirts with me because I wouldn't be the same without them. But I've gone for like a plain like orangey shirt, a plain bluish shirt,
light, like cotton or linen,
and a lot more shorts. Where last time I had one pair of shorts when we went backpacking in Europe. So
did you only have a? You had your black denim shorts, and then you bought
Oh yeah, I had two. So, yeah.
You bought a pair quite early on. The Pull and Bear ones you bought.
No, I bought them quite late. That was most I bought those.
So it was
more than halfway through the trip. Yeah, I really messed up because we left.
Because you had 2 pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
You took your black jeans and your blue jeans.
And this jumper.
Did you not have your blue shorts as well? No one cares about this.
I had a lot of...
No one cares how many pairs of shorts
if you ever watch the packing video, there's a video on YouTube that we did a packing, what we packed for Europe.
In the smallest room known to existence.
And you just ripped me the whole time for packing this. There was just literally this one bag, and it must have been...
If we'd filmed that podcast back then, that would have not been a nice episode, because Sean had severely annoyed me before he started filming it, and then wanted me to help him.
And then I had to refilm it again because it just wasn't right, and it was like, yeah.
I wasn't dance monkey dancing that day, so he wasn't.
To be fair, I've got better with the whole, I need to reshoot that. Prague was probably one of the worst places I had to ever reshoot stuff. Remember when we walked
Was it Prague?
It was Prague, because I kept on walking down and like I wanted to get like a introduction to the next place we were going to, and I kept doing it, and I think you counted 7 times.
Yeah,
I put the camera down.
And not to like sing my own praises, but I think I've made you realise that people don't need the perfect cut of everything. They need the realistic one.
This is true. But they also...
We barely edit these. Sean barely edits them.
I will literally... Sometimes if we do a bad intro, because sometimes we don't feel like we're getting... Like today, we didn't have a straight away nice intro.
Yeah.
We just cut it out and just start it again, because it's a bit easier. But
or we're editing out colleagues.
Yeah, if I accidentally...
In and out in a hallway, or...
If I accidentally say something that...
Mention the wrong names.
Yeah.
We don't mention names.
we try not to. But yeah, with this week... We're on the countdown now, aren't we? Like, it's definitely, we're like, this is...
Everyone's starting to talk about Christmas. Today's Halloween. So,
yeah,
like,
us,
1st of November is tomorrow. And I think that's when everyone starts, the light at the end of the tunnel is there, and it is vibrant. It's not like this. You can see it.
You can nearly taste it.
Sean, I've told you not to lick windows.
November is our last full month here.
We're not even here for the full month.
No, we were away for...
We're here. We have 5 full weeks left of working here.
Yeah, it's our full work month.
And 2 of which kids are here.
Oh, it's so much easier, this.
A colleague of ours told us, he said it from the get-go, once the kids have been, which was in the beginning of October, you will blink and it'll be the end of the season. And he's not wrong.
No, we're getting...
He's really not wrong.
But it's so nice to be like thinking, we're nearly there. We've nearly got it.
We're also now at the point of our season where colleagues of ours are leaving.
Yes, one left.
Yesterday. Yeah. But that was always their plan, to be leaving around. But you start to see it, and you're like, okay, that'll be me soon. As much as we're coming back and we do enjoy our jobs.
But it's also, we've got to the point where we're actually, our next travelling is going to be longer than what we have to get to the travelling. So we've only got like a month and a half until we're travelling, but we're going to be travelling for 3 months. So it's not like where a couple of months ago we're like, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, we're going to... I mean, we really need to sit down and actually, as my sister actually said it, have you got a route yet? No. We know we're getting to Australia, and then after Australia, it's probably Thailand.
We want to go to Thailand.
But also I said
if we found a cheap flight to South Korea,
I said to her, actually it will depend on what the cheapest flight is from Perth, because Perth and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam are a direct line to each other.
Yeah.
So it might end up being that we start the opposite way that most people do.
The funny thing is, this one, as much as Europe, if you're a backpack Europe, especially the East, there's not really many routes out. Like, you kind of have to make them as you go. And Flixbus is amazing for it, because
spot on,
like, as much as you can use,
they've got themselves in hot water though at times.
Yeah,
but
as much as
it's like Megabus in the UK.
If you've got time and you're not worried about it, you can plan your bus routes and stuff. You can just look on the thing, where does this one go to, and just go.
Every single country runs a Flixbus as well. Even Albania did.
But when we're looking at Thailand, there's a lot of routes already planned with people backpacking, because it's such a popular backpacking place.
It's also not just like one city. You don't just go to Thailand to see Bangkok. You go to Thailand to see the islands, and then you go north for the more rural, and you.
But people all done this before. But we went on our route around Europe, like a lot of places we went to. Well,
people were like, "Why did you choose that route?"
Ostrava, we went to Ostrava and
Czechia.
Czechia. It was like, what? It was a really bad
But I knew that. But I knew that name because I had an ex-colleague that grew up there.
But we went there because it was just on our route, and it's.
It's a mining town, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. It still works, wasn't it? Nearby.
I thought it was mine. I thought it was a coal mine.
Coal mine. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's no one would particularly choose it, although they do have a music festival, which apparently is very popular. And the end of.
We just missed it, didn't we? Oh no,
I think it was the end of September. Yeah. I feel like.
I saw it advertised, didn't we? Actually?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
big names that were going to it as well. But yeah, it's nowhere. It's on the border between.
People were going to
Czech Republic or Czechia,
and Poland.
And Poland, yeah.
Yeah, but people would go to other places around it. Was it go to Poland where we went to, or they'd go to Brno, I think it's pronounced, yeah. And then there's obviously Bratislava. It's not far from it.
Oh, it's like a little triangle.
You kind of would miss that area.
It's on the north east.
But it was the same as when we go around Thailand and that, there's so many places that people have already been to, and even the little places are very popular with people. We'll
meet more people like ourselves on this one than what we did.
There was only one guy that followed us. For some reason, we had the same route as this one guy we saw in Albania.
He got on our bus in Albania, the little shoebox bus, and then we seen him again in Dubrovnik, and then he came with us to Mostar. Yeah. And then that's where we lost him, because he went.
At one point, I went,
where are you going next?
I said, because I hadn't spoken to him the whole time. We just seen him he'd get on the bus, and at one point we were all waiting for this bus and it hadn't turned up yet. And I said to him, "You've been on the bus since Albania, haven't you?" And he's like, I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, we have as well.
On the same route as you,
and obviously Holly's quite recognisable with your curly hair, and we had our jackets on. So
he was in Budva as well, was he not?
He was in loads of places.
Yeah, well, he would have been. He went to Albania to Budva with us. Yeah, and then he went from Budva to Dubrovnik, and then Dubrovnik to Mostar. Yeah, it was 5 different cities or something like that he'd followed.
We just spoke to him, and I was like, "Where are you?" And it turned out that was the last place we were seeing him.
He was going to Sarajevo
because he went that way, and we went.
He was sticking in with Bosnia, and we were going back down into Croatia
route instead. But
apparently Sarajevo was really nice.
I'm actually gutted that we didn't do more that way, but
go back to Mostar again.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Anyway, we're kind of rambling, but this is what a podcast is, isn't it? Just us rambling.
We're just shooting all the names of the videos that you need to go and watch and see all the places that we've seen.
Yeah, if you want to see these places, I have got all videos on my YouTube channel. Check them out. But
do you notice how we said my YouTube channel? Not ours.
Sorry. Wait a second. You can use our laptop and edit our videos. Go on.
Show me how to do it and I will.
No, because I like doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sean. Like, teach me and I will. I don't know how to do it. So.
You teach me how to crochet and I'll do it.
Sean, I could not teach you how to crochet.
I would be so annoyed with it. We have our own things. We
have our niches.
We have our...
Sean's got plenty of hats. I've made him another one. I made myself one. Which is hilarious when you look at the size difference between the 2 hats, because I have a lot of hair.
Just like that.
So it's massive to fit on my head. Yeah.
Right, so writing in this week, no one has done it. Again, thanks guys.
But if you want to do it, how do they do it, Sean?
They go to Travel Troubles Podcast on Instagram, traveltroubles.podcast@gmail.com, or The Funny Backpacker on YouTube and TikTok. How simple is that? Just leave us a comment saying, I'm having trouble travelling with this person, I'm having trouble.
And
doing
Facebook.
this. You know,
They can also contact you on Funny Backpacker on Facebook.
and also
Travel Troubles on Facebook.
Travel Troubles Podcast on Facebook. This is
The only social media platform that we don't
is X.
is
We do. I'm on X.
Twitter. It will always be Twitter.
If you write to me, I might see it sometime next year. I don't.
He doesn't use it very often.
Yeah.
We've not checked the emails though, to be fair with you.
I haven't got any notifications coming up. Last time I checked it, Google was the only person contacting us. Let me check.
It's just thrilling content.
Tell them my funny joke while I'm waiting. Wow.
If you can't see me, I just held my hand out to Sean.
Oh, we've now got 4
Notifications
emails
from Google.
From Google.
Google are feeling really sorry for us and like, no one wants to contact you, so I will. Thanks, Google.
Thanks, guys, and I think that we're going to leave it there this week. I think we've bored them enough. But make sure you check out next week's video. We're going to be doing some more interesting stuff. What's the matter? What are you looking at?
I was thinking actually.
You want to show them?
No, I don't want to show them the wall.
Oh.
We mentioned last week that Dad was coming down, but unfortunately Dad's not well at the moment, but should be down next Monday, depending on our shifts. You're off, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm off.
So I will know tomorrow, and I will have let you know by then, Dad, and if I haven't and you're watching this on Thursday, remind me to let you know that if I'm off Monday or Tuesday.
So yes, next week we will be seeing your dad.
Yep.
And we will see you guys again
Next Thursday.
And I'll see you again.
So I'm tired.
I'm tired.